So today we have a Samsung A51 6U, which I believe is a Samsung 5G phone. And what happened to this one was it dropped and it just won't power on anymore. No light, no nothing. Didn't say they got it in water or anything, just said they dropped it and it no longer works. The screen isn't cracked, so it's got to be damaged from the inside. It got hit hard enough where it damaged the inside, or maybe the connection just popped loose. So we'll double check the connections and we'll replace the screen. A few tools you'll need. You don't have to have this exact pry tool, but you will need a thin pry tool. I'll leave a link in the description. These are pretty awesome. You're gonna need a little Phillips screwdriver. I'll leave a link in the description to some sets. I'll leave a link in the description to this as well. This is a wow stick, which is very cool. It's like a little electric screwdriver. I got some tweezers and always a heat gun. I'll leave a link in the description of that as well. I got a little screw pad over here just to help us not lose any of the screws. So the first thing you want to do with this one is make sure it's off, which we can't tell if it's on or off because we can't see the screen. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip it over on its back and we're going to heat it up with the heat gun. You don't want to put it on too hot, but you don't want to put it on too cool. You're just going to turn it on and go around the edges. There's adhesive all around the edges of this back. Once we've gone around the edges and it feels warm, kind of warm to the touch, not blistering hot, but warm to the touch, you can take your little pry tool and you want to start working around the edges anywhere you can get in here. And when you heat it with the heat gun, it makes it a little bit easier. It loosens that adhesive. But if you don't have a heat gun, you can use a hair dryer. You just want to loosen that adhesive up all the way around. And there's no cables or anything you can damage, but don't go too far up here, especially around these little camera parts. Try to stay out here on the side. And that should pull off just like that. Now that we have that back cover off, you want to make sure you're very careful and don't touch these with your fingers or get any kind of liquid or anything on here. So there's a whole bunch of little Phillips screws kind of all over this phone. So we're going to kind of take our time and get all these Phillips screws. I'm also going to check here and see where the SIM card is on this phone. Looks like it's up here in the top. So I'm going to see if I can get the SIM card out already. With these tweezers, I might have to. No, it worked. Sometimes I need a little SIM adapter, but this worked. So this phone is with Cricket, but you want to pull that SIM card out. When you start pulling off parts, if you leave that in, you can damage it. Alright, so now we're just going to start taking off these screws. For the most part, they're all about the same length and size, so shouldn't matter where you put them, but I kind of like to just have a little pad over here. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm just going to kind of take the screws out and lay them out how I pull them out.
You're not too used to this. And I believe that is all of them. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 screws is what I'm counting. I'll double check here.
In just a second. we're gonna see if we can pry this little bottom compartment off. As you can see, this is tied into this, so just be careful when pulling it up. There's a little gap under here I can get under. So I got under that gap. This is like an adhesive basically, which will just pull off if you want to, but I was trying to see if there was a way I could pull it all off together. I'm gonna get these screws out. They're all the same size from what I can tell. Usually they are. I'm trying to see here, it looks like there's some kind of a connection right here. So we're gonna kind of double check it and see. So I'm gonna see if I can get under this. And they usually have these little arrows where you can kind of dig into the foam. And you can use your pry tool for this as well. I just feel like tweezers are a little stronger. I'm not really seeing a connection right there. But we'll pull this up slowly. Yep, not seeing a connection after all. So this just pulls right up. We'll lay this over here to the side. Make sure we accidentally didn't drop any screws or anything in there, which we did not. The replacement screen and see what we're working with real quick. Or no, it's just this one connection. This one connection right here attaches the digitizer, and as you can tell, I mean, it was on there, so it was connected right. Now instead of having to take all of this stuff off, since we know that's the only connection, I'm gonna try to see if I can pop this screen out. So we need to find the battery, which is right here, and we want to disconnect the battery. You always want to disconnect the battery no matter what. Okay, so we know we're replacing this screen, and there's only one connection right here, because you can tell from the replacement. And all this looks like an adhesive that sticks on here, so I'm gonna see if I can possibly just remove the screen since it's already damaged, without having to pull anything else off. That's easier said than done. Get this LCD to come up just a little bit. Now, it might be stuck to the back pretty good. We're gonna have to kind of find out as we go. That being said, I'm still going to be careful. I'm trying to move it out of the way without breaking it, just to get it out of the way. Now, if your phone is in worse condition than this one, which this one's in pretty decent condition, this is gonna suck because this is just gonna come off in pieces. And this will not be as easy as the one I am working on right now. So as of right now, this looks like it's just on here. Said you don't want it too hot, but you want to heat it a little bit. So you do want to feel some heat. And we don't really need this anymore. I could probably just rip it off just to get it out of the way. And now we just have this LCD here. So yeah. Right now it looks like that is gonna be it, and we don't have to remove anything else. I'm gonna pause the video for a second, go get me a little shop vac and vacuum this up real quick, and I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Just makes it a little bit easier when you have a clean workspace. So we are going to hook the screen on, but we're not going to, this has adhesive right here, and make it sticky. I don't want it to be sticky just yet. I want to put this screen on and make sure that this screen is gonna fix the problem. Because if it doesn't fix it, then we have a whole nother situation on this phone. And what the real issue is. So I connected the screen, now I'm gonna connect the battery. Alright, so now we're gonna turn it over, we're gonna see if this thing will power on. And it does power on. So that is a good sign that the screen that we had was bad after all. I'm not 100% sure what happened to it. I was just told that it was dropped and it would not turn back on. So more than likely it was dropped and damaged deep in the phone. And that's why you didn't see any cracks or anything. So I'm gonna give this a second to boot and then see if, it says it's at 0%. So I'm gonna see if I can turn this off. Sometimes it asks you for a passcode. I just wanna turn it off. I just wanna turn it off. All right, so we're actually just gonna flip it over. I'm gonna disconnect the battery. That should turn the phone off on this side. All right, here we go. I'll leave a link in the description for this tape as well. This is just some double-sided tape. Some little bitty scissors. Make sure if you have any scissors like this that you do not touch any part of the phone.
We are just gonna basically put our own adhesive all over this phone. And I was looking at the other phone, it looked like, and when I was looking at the old screen that I pulled off, it looks like some of this was actually, had adhesive on it as well, so. Might put a little adhesive on there. Usually I try to stay away from the copper. Usually these are a little bit more easier and kind of come with adhesive, so you don't really have to do this very often. Most of these screens just come with adhesive. But like I said, there was adhesive on this copper, so I'm going to put it on here. You don't have to put it as much as I do. Or you can put more. If you don't think I put enough, you can put more. I try not to go too heavy on the adhesive. But you want to make sure that it stays on here. And I have another piece right here. There's some put on here so I can tell it's below. Make sure you don't cover any holes or anything when you're doing this as well. I think I'm pretty good. I'm going to do 2 more pieces just down here at the bottom. Do one right here. And a little bit of adhesive goes a long way. But for some reason, you use the phone later and you feel like you need more, go for it. Alright, so we're going to take our tweezers, we're going to get our scissors out of the way so it doesn't accidentally touch anything. And we're just going to basically press down. You can do this with your finger too. You just want to press down, not too hard because you're on the back of the LCD, but you want to put a little pressure just to make sure that tape is down and it's sticky. And it's going to stay there. Alright, now we're going to use the other side of the tweezers and pull all the tape up. And like I said, some of these replacement screens come with adhesive. I thought that one did, but it did not, which is okay. That's something we can fix. Like I said, I'll leave a link in the description for this tape. You don't have to use this exact same tape, it's something similar. We got some red adhesive tape that I really like. But I'll leave a link in the description for both. And none of this tape or anything, none of this stuff is very expensive. The replacement screen, I want to say, on this bad boy was about $75. Alright, now everything is off.
And make sure it's clean. I'm going to go ahead and put that through there. I'm going to start lining everything up. Start to push down on all the adhesive. Try to make sure there's no little gaps around the phone. Go ahead and connect it. It's connected. So we're just gonna push on the sides, on the top. And like I said, if you need to add more adhesive, you can. It's all personal preference. I try not to go too crazy on the adhesive because sometimes we all try to do a little too much, and sometimes overdoing it is worse. Usually it's worse when you're doing a repair if you try to overdo it, because you can always go back and add more, but it's hard to take it off. Very, very hard. So I'm just kind of looking at the edges, and I'm going to go around one more time. Good right now, so I'm going to go ahead and pop the battery back on. We are going to lay down our back cover. And there is another way you can do this. You can take off the motherboard and you can take off all those other pieces. Some people prefer that method. This is just way faster and you get the same result. So make sure everything is snapped down first before you start screwing it in.
Looks like it's snapped down. I'm gonna screw a couple of these, it wouldn't come out. We're just gonna screw all these in real fast. Oops. If you need to magnetize your screwdriver or anything like that, I can show you how to do that. Just leave a comment for me. I'll show you how to magnetize your screwdriver, so it does make this a lot easier. If you need to at any time, pause the video. I'll leave a link in the description for everything I have used in this video. If you have any questions and didn't do it this way, or why you start from the bottom and from the top. And it's all kind of personal preference. It's kind of what works for you, what doesn't. Like I said, we could have taken this phone way more apart and removed like the speakers and all kinds of stuff to get to the front of the screen. But we would have had to heat up the battery and remove the battery and just a lot of other little things. This little screwdriver's pretty cool. I haven't had it very long. I was kind of nervous about getting one because I didn't want it to put too much pressure, but it doesn't. It doesn't put that much pressure. But it makes it a lot quicker. It makes it on these screws, you really can't get them out of order or anything. They're all the same size. Apparently I'm missing one. So let me just double check here. Okay, here we go. That's it. There's a hole up here at the top I missed. Alright, and before we put the back cover on, like I said, these edges look pretty good. Before I
Put the back cover on, I'm going to power it on one more time, which it looks good so far. And I'm going to go ahead and, while that's powering up, I'm going to put this SIM card in. Don't forget, we took it out. We need to put it back. Alright, so SIM card is installed. I believe the phone is pretty much dead now. I think it just gave me the buzz that the phone is dead. So let me put this on a charger and charge it up for a minute. I know it was on 0%. I'll get right back. So I plugged the phone in. It's showing it's at 1%. See if I can turn it on. And we're just gonna mess with the screen for a second to make sure that it's charging 1%. I'm gonna do an emergency call and just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Everything looks fine. I'm not too familiar with this phone, so everything looks fine. Every time I touch it, it looks like it's doing something. So I believe this phone is done. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, anything, let me know and I'll try to help you out. Thanks for watching.